Jai Hind to everyone. Today I am going to give the second lecture of Node.js, and it is based on the NPM, and also I have covered in this video event of the Node.js. So let me start the Node.js NPM topic. So NPM basically it is a node package manager. In my first video lecture, I discuss when we write any Node.js program, we need to include some modules. We need to import some modules. So before importing the modules in your program, it is important that module must be installed in your system. Here I am talking about if you going to create a Node.js program in your local computer, that is in your system, where Node.js package is already installed. So for working any application related to package must be installed. So installing that package, we have an approach in Node.js which call as a node package manager. So it is a command line utility to install any Node.js package. And if you want to go with look for a which type of package is for which type of application, then you can refer this website, which is provides a online repository for Node.js packages and modules for your understanding purpose. If this is the package and this is the application, you can correlate it. So for reference, you can refer this website for the name of the package and related the applications. Next, to install any Node.js module. So first we write npm. npm should be written in a command line prompt, and write one space, write the keyword install, then give the name of the module. For example, we assume the express module, basically this express module is used to develop Node.js for web applications. So we assume we have installed this express package, and we want to use this express package in our program. Then we will use the require and give the name of the package express which is already installed. So we can say we have written npm install, then we have written express. Okay. So meaning is we have already we need to, if you want to use the express package in your application, then need to install the express package. So just write the npm install, and express is already defined the package. It will be installed in your local machine, then we can use in your program. For using the express package in your program, you will use the require. For installing the express package, you will use the install. It is a command line argument. Command line instruction, that is the npm to install the package in your local machine. So this is the approach. We have written npm install and express. Now whenever we are installing any package in your local machine, then some argument must be or you can say satisfied. That some setting must be there in a JSON. So whenever you install any package, automatic setting is implemented in a JSON file. So we call as a package.json. Then you use one more attribute, that is dash and save. So the full command is we write the npm install express dash and save. So this up to this line, it will install the package in your local machine. When we use dash and save, so whatever the settings, or you can say some information must be stored in package.json file for related to any module. So that will be set in your package.json file. When we use dash save, this is the option is already available. It will be install the package in a very efficient way and update the information in package.json. Next, if you want to update a package which is already installed and you want some latest version of a package, then you will use the update keyword, write the npm and update and give the name of the package. If you want to uninstall the package, simple, we write the npm, write the uninstall and give the name of the package. This is the example. We have already installed the express package and we have used npm uninstall and express. Now callback concept is a very important concept in Node.js. Basically, most of the programming is based on the callback functions. So understand well. So what is the callback function, or you can say callback concept? So it is basically asynchronous function. First important part. So if you're talking about the callback or callback function or callback concept, basically it is asynchronous. Asynchronous meaning is if you're running a program, at the same time some other part can also be run. If a function is running, it is not waiting for the result, and it can be concurrently run with other part of the program. So we call it asynchronous. So it is a special type of function passed as an argument to the another function. So it is asynchronous, first part. Second, it can pass as an argument to the second another function. Any other function we can pass as an argument. The callback is called when the function that contains. Now this is part is important. We have a callback function, so it must be called. So it will be called when the function that contains the callback as an argument. So we have a function in which we are passing the callback as an argument, and this callback function will be called when the first function is already executed and allows the code to callback to run in the meantime. So we have an example. We'll see again how the callback function will be called, or you can say what is the execution of the callback function. So because of this callback function, Node.js highly scalable and it can process a high number of requests without waiting for any function. This is important part in Node.js. We know very well the main advantage of using the Node.js is that when we send a request by Node.js, Node.js is not waiting for any outcome of the request. Meantime, the Node.js is able to handle the another request also. So it is not waiting for any input-output operation to complete, any other request to be complete. It just go ahead and work on the next request. So it is only possible because of one of the approach is callback function. So it make the Node.js is highly scalable. Now let's see the coding part of the callback function. So it is a syntax of the callback function. Callback is a function. So first you write a function here, then just give the name of the function and pass the argument in the function. So here it is a function, simple function, name of the function. Now here you can see we are passing a callback function. It is a callback function. So it is a normal function. So it is a normal function, and in this normal function we are passing the callback function as argument. See, very important part. So it is a normal function. It is the argument of this normal function. Then comma, as a second argument we are passing another function. Basically this another function is a callback function, and this another function we can also pass some arguments. So you can say function, and again we have function as an argument to the normal function. So we call as a function which is going as an argument is called the callback function. See then example, set timeout. It is a predefined function, and basically it is a example of the callback function. Now we will discuss the code here related to set timeout. So it is a asynchronous set timeout method. Asynchronous meaning is this function part can be run with the other part of the function. So in the example, we will wait for 1000 milliseconds, but does not block the thread. So instead of, so look for an example. This is the example. So first understand set timeout is an asynchronous function. As I written here, it is an asynchronous function. Second part is in the set timeout asynchronous function, we are passing a function and it is a callback function. It is a callback function. Now the job of this callback function is to display a message. It is a message to display. So set timeout is a asynchronous function, or you can say it is a normal function. In this function, we are passing another function. That function is a callback function, and this function will display. It will display a message. This prints after 1000 millisecond, and second argument of this normal function, that is set timeout, is 1000 millisecond. So set timeout, we are setting the waiting time period of 1000 milliseconds, and we are passing as an argument also as a callback function. So when this function will run, it will run the callback function also. So in this the Node.js program, we are displaying the hello world. So see the output. We can see hello world is printed first, then this prints after 1000 milliseconds, this message printed later. The reason is this function is running at the same time by displaying the hello world. So callback function is a asynchronous function itself. It is running same time with the one of the message is hello world. So first it will display the hello world, then it will print after 1000 milliseconds. If this function is not asynchronous, so what will happen? It should display this prints after millisecond first, then it should display the hello world. So this is the beauty of the callback function. It can run asynchronously, meaning is it is not waiting for any output. It is just go ahead, and other part of the program can also run simultaneously. Example 2. Reading a text file synchronously. So we can discuss, understand very well what is the asynchronous function running. So first we discuss about what is the meaning of running a program as a synchronously. So we have a file input.txt. This part is written in input.txt file. So name of the file is input.txt. Then we will read this file synchronously with the help of a method read file synchronous. Since the operation is synchronous, it blocks the execution of rest of the code. This is important. In case of synchronous, blocking will come. But in case of asynchronous, this type of blocking will not come. This example is related to synchronous, so some blocking will come for execution of running of the some of the part of the program. Now, this is a Node.js program. If you want to use on file handling, first of all, we need to import fs module. Then we are using a read file synchronous method of fs module, and we are giving the name of the file input.txt. You can see here, this is the input.txt. We have already created. Name of the file is this input.txt. So we have given this file as an argument to method read file synchronous. So this method will read this file, and the data will be stored of this file in a variable data. Next part is to display this data, that is display the part of this file. So we are using console.log. Data we are converting into a string format so that user can read it, understand it in the format of user compatible, and whatever the data of this file will be displayed with the help of this command. Because of this synchronous file, after displaying the content of the file, this part of the program will be executed. Again, I am repeating, this Node.js program is a synchronous program. Meaning is read file synchronous method is a synchronous method. It is not supporting the callback concept. So it will read the file. When the reading of the file is completed, then only this code will be executed. Because of this method is not asynchronous. So when the reading of file is completed and displaying of the file is completed, then only it will execute this code. So in this code, we are displaying the number from 1 to 5. So this is the outcome. You can see first reading of the file is completed, then it is displaying the output. It is only because of we are using synchronous method for reading a file. Generally, most of the programming is working in a synchronous way. Meaning is, when the first part of the code is completed, then the second part of the code will execute. Because of synchronous concept, because of this method of read file synchronous, first file content of the file has been displayed, then only it will execute this while loop, and it is displaying the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now example 3, reading a file asynchronously. Meaning is, at the same time when we are reading a file, the other part of the code can also be run. To work on asynchronous reading of a file, it is very important we must have a method which will support the asynchronous function. So read file is a function which is supporting as a asynchronous method. Okay. So read file function module is provided a callback function. So there are two arguments passed to the callback are error and return value of read file. So we just see the first program. You can see again we have taken the fs as a module to working in a file. This time we are using read file. Read file is a method of fs that will work asynchronously. When it will work asynchronously, meaning is it can support the callback function. So the first argument is the file that it will read. Second is a callback function. It is a callback function. Meaning is, when this method will work, reading of the file is going on. At the same time, this code can also be done. So when this program will execute, it will look for this file and start reading the file. If there is an error in the file, it will pass the error to the callback function. If there is no error in the file, it will pass the content to the callback function. The job of callback function is to display the data. If there is any error, so it will display the error and the function will return. So you can see at the time of displaying the content, this while loop will also execute. So it is possible that this code has completed the job first. So it will display the value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then it will display the content of the file. So you can see the output. So, okay, so output is not mentioned here. So here you can see when we run the asynchronous function, so this output will come first and the output of this file will come later. So important is this data that is displaying of the content is running simultaneously with this code. So read file function is provided with the callback function. So here you can see in the code, it is a read file function provided with a callback function. It will take two arguments. We have given the two argument first, and this is the second argument. And the callbacks also taking the two arguments. This is the first and this is the second. Now the first argument in the callback is an error. So we can see it is an error. Second argument is a return value of read file, that is a data. We are storing the data, that is the content of input text.file. And then we are displaying the content with the help of console.log, that is data.toString. So callback is invoked when the read file finishes by returning either error or file content. When the file read operation is in process, Node.js asynchronously runs the subsequent loop. So subsequent loop is this one. So it will display the first number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then it will display the content of the file. Next part is we can use the callback as an arrow function. So arrow function is basically, it is a lambda function. So arrow function in a JavaScript, it is also called as an anonymous function, and it is also called as a lambda function. The syntax of arrow function is, we are using the function name, it is a normal function. Now it is a arrow function. It is an arrow function. Here we are passing the argument, and it is a callback function. It is a callback function, but we are using the callback function as a arrow function. So see an example. Same, we are using the callback function as a arrow function for reading a file asynchronously. So we are using the read file here. Then input.text, this is the first argument, and this is a callback. It is a callback function. It is a callback function, and we are passing the one variable as an error, second variable as a data, and we are using here arrow. That is a lambda function. Now we are displaying the content with the help of whatever we have taken from the input.text file, and same time we are running this code. So in this program, at the time of displaying the value, when the file will read all the content, it will give the display of the content to the callback function because of this second argument. So at the time of displaying the content, at the same time this loop will run. So it is possible that outcome will come like this way: number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is the content. And it is only possible because of the callback function. See the output one again. So this is the output because of Node.js is asynchronous. You can see both, it is a second part of the program. So it should display after displaying the content. But because of asynchronous concept of Node.js and because of the callback concept of Node.js, it is possible that this code has finished its job first. So it is displaying the output 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. Then it is displaying the content of the file. If it is a synchronous, so what will happen? First it will display the content, then it will display the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this output is possible because of the asynchronous concept, because of the callback, because this callback function is running at the same time with the other part of the program. Okay, thank you very much. Up to this level, I discuss about what is NPM, and then we discuss 3 examples related to callback concept, that is callback function, and this callback function is very important for Node.js. Thank you very much.